chasing overdrive. They won't do you good. And soon you cross the line. You should change your mind. 'Cause there's a hole in your heart where I'm in, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on, on and on. Yeah, there's a hole in my heart where you end, and that's a start. Now it goes on and on, on and on.
Hey, Savita.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Trying really hard to get this. This happened the other day too. Alrighty. Okay, let's just do this.
I'm done looking over my shoulder.
Cue the intro.
It's past time, won't help me getting over it. I don't know what I'm bringing in closer.
Hello. Whoa, take it easy. It's a little too loud in here. And braid. But hey, guys, I had my egg retrieval this morning and wanted to hop on, let you know how I'm feeling. I just woke up from a nap, so excuse my bangs looking like this. I'm feeling fine, just very, very sleepy. Oh, wow, I have quite an audience here. Hey, Sammy. Yeah, Sammy, I have a countdown timer actually. Sometimes I use it, just not today because, well, this is a more of a casual post. So, I wanted to hop on and let you guys know how everything went because it's fresh in my mind. There was a little bit of a story in there to tell. Not a tech show, but I have the Yeti Blue Pro is what I use, Piyush, and I use the USB cable, not the because I don't have, believe it or not, I don't have a Rodecaster Pro or any of those mixer boards or anything like that. Yeah, so I'm feeling okay, just tired, and I'm a little out of it, so I hope that this is bearable to watch. Okay, so this morning we had the egg retrieval, which means they took the eggs out of my ovaries, and they're currently hopefully mating with Bert's sperm, and then we'll be getting an update tomorrow to find out how they're doing, if they're getting along. I am okay, so here's, just back it up, right? So the last time I talked to you was on Monday. I gave my normal live stream, and then shortly after that, if you caught it on my Facebook baby talk page, I gave an update that they had just called to let us know that we are triggering that night. So Monday night, I gave myself my final injection, which is HCG, and that's a trigger shot. And what that means is it's sending a signal to my eggs to release, and it's a very exact time. They're like, you have to do it at 8:45. So we did it, and then yesterday, no shots. That was kind of nice, but I was instructed nothing to eat or drink after midnight. So I was a bit hungry when I got to the procedure this morning. And we got there. We were given very clear instructions on where to go. We were greeted on time. Everything was running great. Bert came into like the little room with me. I even got some video of it, so maybe I'll piece that together later on to kind of like, show our IVF experience. Every nurse that we dealt with was so wonderful. They made me feel good. Here's where the funny part was. So that, they explain everything very well. Like you always know what's going on, which is nice. And they do need to put you under for this procedure because it's quite painful if you were to be awake for it. So, the anesthesiologist, came in. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but the person who administers the anesthesia, she came in and it's one of those IVs that goes into your wrist. And I've had a fear of needles like for all my life until up until all the IUI and IVF and everything, and then I really kind of just got over like needles. It's like you have to give blood so often and you have to start giving yourself shots. So it's like exposure therapy. You kind of just get over it. So like, okay, so she's gonna stick a needle in my wrist and it's just gonna be like all the other needles. But I don't know what happened, but she didn't stick it in right, and then I could feel her like, I'm sorry if you're queasy around needles, just turn away for 15 seconds. But she like pulled it out and then like was putting back in. She's like, this isn't working. But she was like, trying to just be quiet and everything, but I can tell. And then I saw her pull it all the way out and I'm like, oh God, now I have to go through that again. She's like, I'm sorry. It feels like I'm fishing around a little bit. I need to go into another spot. So she moved it over a little bit and then got it into place, and it was more painful than usual. And I was fine in the moment. I was like, don't worry about it. I was trying to make her feel, because I could tell she kind of felt a little bit bad that she wasn't getting it in the right spot right away. And she was professional, like these things just happen sometimes. You just, whatever. I wasn't mad. But I was sitting up on like a gurney, like a bed, basically. It was like, my back was elevated. And then right after that, one of the nurses comes to get Bert to do his part, and so they're like, okay, Bert, come with us. And then Bert left, and I'm just there with the person who gave me the anesthesia, and I said, in the past I've passed out a lot of times from needles, and I'm starting to get that feeling like I'm gonna pass out. Like I know now when it's gonna happen, and I'm trying really hard to do all the tricks that I've learned throughout my life, like wiggling my toes, and like. And, just trying to just stay with it. But I was out. I passed out, and I had asked her to please, lay me down right before it happened. So at least I was in a laying down position. And I don't know how long I was out. Usually it's not very long at all. When you're out, I don't know if you've ever passed out before, but it feels like you're in a completely different world. It's extremely vivid, and like you feel like you're somewhere else. It's really weird. Kind of cool, but not, because when you come to, it's very unpleasant. So when I woke up, I was extremely confused on where I was. Who's this person in this room with me? Where am I? Where's my husband? So it took me, and I'm sure the seconds seem like minutes. So I'm sure it was like 5 seconds of confusion. I'm like, okay, wait, I'm at my egg retrieval. I'm at my, this is what's happening. Okay, this person just gave me anesthesia. Okay, I passed out. Okay, it all came back to me very quickly. But what also happens to me after I pass out is I start sweating profusely. My face goes completely white, and my body temperature starts going from hot to cold very quickly. And I was like, this is the worst timing. Bert's off doing his part. He's not here to kind of comfort me. So I just felt like a little bit alone in that moment. It was a little scary. And, but I was glad, it was over, and I said, I just need something cold and damp for my forehead, and I think that's all I need, and I just want to lay here for a little bit, which is no problem, because that's all they wanted me to do was lay there. It wasn't my time to do anything else at that point. So they found a cold rag, put it on my head, and I felt a little bit better. The other thing that normally happens when I pass out, usually, my blood sugar drops, and I will pass out again. But unfortunately, they didn't want me to have anything to eat before the procedure, so I couldn't ask for a juice or a cookie or anything like that. So I'm like, all right, Lynn, we're so close. Like, this procedure is a very short procedure. Just get through this. You got this. So I did. I did fine. They were very nice. I stabilized. I was okay. And then they're like, okay, we need you to walk down the hall to the procedure room, which I was able to do. I made a little joke, and I'm wearing a gown, And I opened my flap and showed him my butt a little bit just for fun. That was great. So walked down to the procedure room, and it's extremely warm in there. It was very nice. They were so friendly, and they explained everything that was going on. They even offered to give me the anesthesia early so that they could do, there's a prep cleaning that they need to do. They're like, we just in case it's uncomfortable, don't worry, I'll be okay. And I was. Okay, so last bit with the anesthesia ologist. So I've got the IV in my hand. That's, they send it through the IV, and they go, she goes, all right, this is going to be spicy. That's the word she used, spicy. Guys, it was so spicy in my hand. It was hot. It was like having a hot tamale go through my hand. It was horrible. I was like, man, when's this thing gonna knock me out? Because I don't like this sensation anymore. Again, it was one of those, the seconds felt like minutes. It probably took only 10 seconds before I went out. Though they did tell Bert, after they had wheeled me back into the room after the procedure, that they had to give me a little extra. So, I don't know. A little extra. That's me. Let's see. I see you guys leaving some comments. Let me check in here before I tell you how the procedure went, because that's the good part. So yeah, thanks, Sammy. I'm doing okay. I have been, when I got home, I just went basically straight to bed. I had 2 pieces of toast. They said keep it really, mild, have some toast, water. They don't want me having anything greasy or anything like that right now, which is weird because someone else had suggested to me that they're going to say to have something salty like Chinese food or French fries, but it wasn't the case this time. But yeah, I'm feeling better. Pewsh, thank you. I take a lot of pride in my sound. I think it's also because I'm being very quiet today too, and I'm leaning really in close to my mic, so maybe that's what it is. Oh, Mom, don't worry though. Don't worry. Come on. How many times has this happened in my life? This is just a character flaw of Lynn. Elliot's got an experience here. Let's see. Not to pile on here, but they did some fishing expeditions on my hand for surgery. It's exactly what it felt like. That hand hurt a lot longer than anything else. They definitely hit a nerve. It just sucks. Yeah, I haven't taken it off yet because I'm kind of afraid, that I'm going to see my hand looking like Swiss cheese. But, I tried, like I said, made them feel better. I'm like, just add it to all the other holes that I've been giving myself for the past 10 days. So, actually 13 days. No, it was about 10 days. That's funny, though. Sorry, Elliot. Spicy. Exactly, Spark Spicy. Yeah. Yeah, this happened this morning. So our appointment, the actual procedure was scheduled for 7:45. We had to get there at 7, and it's about 40 minutes away. So we left at 6 o'clock this morning, which is why, Sammy, I went to bed so early last night and when I didn't finish watching you and Callie. That was a great stream, though. I thought you guys did really good, by the way. Okay, so, guys. Oh, Kristen's comment. Oh, good. My Facebook comments are coming through. I'm so glad. Some pretzels or Chex Mix or something. I was told the sodium can help prevent OHSS from developing. Yeah, so I did, because you had recommended that to me. So Bert and I went and we picked up Gatorade, and I got some chips, sea salt and vinegar. Hopefully that's okay. Yeah, I figured that would help. So I'll have that later on. Maybe with some lunch after I'm done streaming here. So guys, I don't know if you saw any of my updates on Monday, but when they had called to say how many eggs they were expecting, or with the instructions for everything, they said they were only expecting 4 to 8 eggs, which the average for my age is around 15 actually 15. And so when they told me this, I was really bummed. I was really bummed because I have been taking care of myself, for a long time in preparation for this and following everything exactly. And I'm a healthy person. So I was very, just really disappointed in my body and myself. And not that I could do anything, but it just doesn't feel good to be underachieving because I'm quite an overachiever. I want to have the most eggs. So I was, I dealt with those feelings. They gave me that news on Monday, and I had some time to digest that. And I, was like, okay. And I had asked them on the call, I'm like, 4 to 8, I know that I have more follicles than that. And they're like, well, we're only counting the ones that we know will have a mature egg. You're going to give yourself one more shot of follistim. Again, this was on Monday. And that's going to help encourage the last few egg or follicles to mature. So between, Monday and the procedure today, there was room for growth. So 4 to 8 is what I was expecting, right? And me being kind of a negative thinker on myself, I was like, I'll be lucky if I get 4. And mind you, even if you get 4 eggs, that doesn't mean all 4 of them are going to be good. There's a good chance, some of them won't make it, some won't be good enough quality, some won't fertilize, some won't make it to embryo. Like, so many things can go wrong over the next few days. So the more you get, the better. And you don't want a super, super lot, but you do want to kind of have a good bank of them so that you have better chances. I have a couple people that popped in here. Hey, Paul. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Christy, hey, thank you. So when the doctor came in after the procedure and I had, woken up, and by the way, Bert did get a few videos of me coming out of the anesthesia, and it was kind of silly because I thought I had only been out of anesthesia for like 10 minutes. He's like, you've been out for like 20 minutes and you've already told me all of this stuff. So I have to go back and watch that later on and see if there's anything good worth sharing. So the doctor comes in after the procedure and he goes, I just want to let you know, we got 14 eggs. I was so happy. I nearly cried and I sat up and I'm like, can I hug you? And I hugged the doctor. I was so happy. I think Bert was just as happy. It was such an incredible feeling. I was so happy. So, so now all we have to do is hope that they're good quality eggs and that they're getting along with Bert's sperm. We did something called ICSI, which means they don't just put Bert's sperm into a petri dish and hope that they get along. They actually look at Bert's sperm under a very strong microscope and pick out the strongest looking ones. And they actually make a tiny little puncture into the egg and have that little sperm swim right into it. So we know that they're all going to actually, meet a sperm. And gives us a better chance of them getting fertilized. So over the next few days, tomorrow afternoon, they're going to be calling with an update on how everything is looking. And then after that, they're going to be calling us, with more updates over the next few days. Because there's benchmarks along the way that you want those cells to start dividing, and if they're dividing at the right pace and everything, and then they even give them grades and tell you how high of quality they are. So oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Sammy, I wasn't watching my comments while I was talking, so I'm not sure what the what is for. That's fun. Piyush, thank you for the thumbs up. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. They did not, Kristen. All they said was 14. They said 14. That's all. I think that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I was still coming out of the anesthesia, I'm not sure if they're calling today or tomorrow. But anyway, hey, 14 is better than 4. Either way. Okay. Thank you, Christy. Awesome. May all the eggs be victorious. Thanks, guys. I love this. Let's go. I know the little icon doesn't show up, but I knew what you were doing, Spark, because I hear your voice in my head right now. So this is all great news. How am I feeling? Oh yeah, I have a. Yeah, Kristen, I'm sure that absolutely they'll be telling me tomorrow. But I mean, I don't think that they would have told me that they took out 14 eggs if they weren't, viable, usable eggs. So I think that they're trying to do ICSI on all 14 of them. But I don't know for sure. Oh my God, this is crazy. That's how many you got too? That's actually what Lauren, my friend Lauren told me. And guys, it's the 14th of April. You know me, I love looking for signs and things. I just feel like things are feeling right at the moment. So here's what's happening. Next steps, and then I'll kind of give you a little description of how I'm feeling and the rest of my day here. Next steps, they're going to be calling. They, before I left, went over an instruction sheet so that I know exactly. That's the nice thing about the clinic we're using is like they don't give you all the information up front like to overwhelm you. They're very good and they have a great system of like, you're going to get this along the way so that you know exactly how to follow along. They even like color code some of their sheets. Like the other day when they called with all the numbers I had to write down, it was on the purple sheet. They're like, pull out your purple sheet. So they tell me here, normal symptoms I may experience: abdominal cramping and bloating, spotting and bleeding after retrieval. There was a little bit of blood. It's not a lot. I noticed it's still happening just a little bit when I went to the bathroom. The abdominal cramping and bloating, I think, is the biggest side effect that people report afterwards, and I'm definitely feeling that. So the only other thing is I just feel very tired. I think I might go nap again. I do have a few things I need to do for work today, plus my taxes still aren't done. And yeah, let's see here. No baths, no swimming, no hot tubs, showers only. They told me what kind of like Tylenol to take. I think I need to take another dose of that. No driving for 24 hours. And then watch out for fever, excessive bleeding, dizziness, lots of abdominal pain. Yeah, so there's things to watch out for. There are things that can go wrong from this. It's very rare, but they do make you watch like a set of instructional videos before this entire thing. So I'm aware of what could happen, and it's kind of nice because then like if something does start, you're like kind of like heightened awareness of those symptoms. So then you can catch it and hopefully be fine. Spark, great question. Why no baths? I think that they said they don't want my bottom submerged. I think what they're trying to do is reduce the risk of infection. So they don't want like anything swimming in that area. We're also not supposed to have intercourse for a few days. Not that I would want to, feeling like I feel right now. Lauren, is that is crazy the 14 that we all had 14 eggs retrieved? I feel like it's a good sign. Oh, yeah. This is starting to sound a little bit like Lita. I was trying to understand Spark's comment before I brought it up, but I think I'm too sleepy to understand. But I think I get it too. Yeah, so Lita's still going strong. I have to do my Lita today. Luckily, it's a check-in day. Oh, Bert knows the stat on this. It's 7 days that we can't have intercourse. I'm sorry, babe. But, we had that show that I did that was a month or so ago. There's other things we can do, babe, okay? We can be intimate without having sex. 14 Eggs Club. Woo! I love it. So, yeah, okay, so let's see. I feel a little bit bloated. I think I can probably take this off and tear all my... Yeah, it's not so bad. Couple puncture wounds. Looks like a vampire bit me a little bit. It's those two right there. Why would a vampire bite me on my hand? That would be silly. All right. This is actually a lot longer than I thought, but man, I have so many friends who came on to check this out. So what we'll be looking for over the next few days, and keep us in your thoughts. I feel like that worked a little bit. Some people said they did a prayer for us, and I don't know. I think that it might have worked. Oh, no. Piyush, this is my personal channel. Yeah, this is my baby talk channel. This is where this is how I normally am. I just pour out all my vulnerable feelings and experiences on the regular, 3 times a week, actually. I'm actually surprised it's only 7. We were told we couldn't have intercourse at all during the stims or after retrieval, so you're lucky. Lucky, maybe. We'll see. Oh, thanks, Paul. Okay, I want to leave you guys with, I think this is the message I'm actually going to go and do for Lita as well, but it's important for my channel and my viewers as well. I was so worried yesterday, not about the procedure. I was like nervous, stressed, anxiety. I talked to Bert about it a few times, and I just kept going back to that number that we're only going to get 4 to 8 eggs. And I was just so scared that we weren't going to get any eggs. I was so worried. And then what I realized today when we had 14, what all that worry was wasted negative energy. Like, I have to stop worrying so much. And I think that a lot of people worry, and I just want to put this out here is like, if you're worrying about something that's beyond your control, just let it go. Just let things happen, and focus on the things that you can do and be positive, okay? So those are my words of wisdom for the day. Thank you all. Kristen's here too. Heather, thank you so much. Yeah. So, yeah, I will be giving my next update with you guys is on Friday, though. If I get a call tomorrow, that's super exciting. Maybe I'll hop on, do a little shorty update on my Facebook page. And we'll see how I'm feeling. I'm running trivia for a school tomorrow. I have my vaccine tomorrow, so I will be out and about, getting crazy. Plus, taxes are due tomorrow, too, so I have a lot to do tomorrow. Yes. Aw, thank you, guys. This is, worry does not add 1 minute to your life. I repeat this daily. That is an excellent mantra. I think I'm going to write that down. Worry does not add 1 minute to your life. Oh, beautiful, Heather. Well spoken. But it is so hard to let it go. But you know what I think with anything, with practice, you can do it. Okay, guys, that's my update. Oh my God. You guys keep sending the best comments. Let go of those negative feelings. The Lord knows everything that we're going through, for He is situated in our hearts. I am, I do have like this feeling, and I've said this before, I look for signs that like I'm on the right track for things, and I think that's my level of like spirituality, and I do trust that things happen for a reason, that things will happen if it's right, and that things that go wrong happen for a reason as well. I've had a very hard time the past few days of Lita actually accessing the things that have gone wrong in my life to use them for this, because I feel like I've already like hashed all that out, and I don't like digging them back up again. But yeah, I do that. Paul, I know it's like nonstop. I need to do my taxes. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Makes me feel like, I'm not on this journey alone, which is the whole point of this channel. So keep you guys updated. I'm going to go get some rest, hopefully finish my taxes, hopefully do my lead on a little bit, and talk to you guys later. Okay? So baby dust to you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but